Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get on with the show, I wanted to let you all know that the CodeO-cast has an audio version for all of our episodes now. Sometimes life just can't allow us to sit down and watch your favorite YouTube shows, so hey, why not just enjoy it while you're on the go? You can go check out our shenanigans through audio only on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and Radio Public. Give us a follow and enjoy the chaos. Stay safe, y'all, and I'll see you on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Ow.
Yes.
Did that actually hurt your ears, though?
Probably.
I kind of just reacted to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a bit loud, but not like
It's
like earlier. Oh my god, earlier. It hurt.
Yeah,
Earlier,
earlier
did it
you
hurt?
nearly killed us, Omar.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm making sure you guys are alive. That's
Alright,
that's
let's do
the
this
reason for that.
thing.
Watch this thing break all on me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of the CodeO-cast!
Oh my god, is it true? Is it really Cody?
What?
Is he casting right now?
What?
Dang.
Where's
My-
the couch then?
My name is Omar, and I'm here with...
Codes.
Freddy,
And my
Depression.
phone.
also known as Dreaded Fred. Follow me on twitch.tv/DreadedFred_88. Bam,
Oh,
just threw
Put it
that
right
in there.
that was nice. That
Alright.
sounded like you had it scripted.
No, I just copied that from other people I've seen do that.
Do not...
It's just
It's like us trying to read off the teleprompter behind the camera.
that'd be cool.
It's like
If
scroll
we
it
had a
down.
teleprompter-
Scroll it down.
Hold on, it's going too fast and you can't read it.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Wait, cut the angle. Scroll it back up with a remote.
Yeah.
That'd be too scripted for us.
Yeah.
Especially the people with glasses, it would be a dead giveaway just because of the reflection on our glasses.
Ha, sucks as suck. That's why I don't wear my glasses.
That's why.
Yeah, that's totally why.
Yeah.
Anyways, Freddy, how you been, man?
Hey.
You've been absent for 2 long episodes.
I have been. Work sucks. The first time I was just like, I don't want to record podcasts. And then the second time I couldn't because I had to work. And now I am back.
What have you brought back with you?
I brought back pain and misery, realizing that I just don't like being a manager. Being a manager sucks.
As you pull up messages from your job,
I do, because I have to look at them.
somebody broke something.
No, it's stuff that needs to get cleaned, and he's just showing the bosses like, hey, we did it. It's horrible. This place is disgusting. I hate it. I want to leave already.
Subscribe to our Patreon today so
So
you
we
can help
can
us
keep-
leave our jobs.
Yeah.
There's nothing on that Patreon.
Not yet.
We need to come up
Not
with
yet.
rewards for it.
We
Dude,
got-
I want to do that skit that I told Freddy about. I don't know if I mentioned it
You
to
haven't
you.
mentioned anything.
Okay, so
No, you mentioned it too. The one about the musician.
yeah.
You
Did I
mentioned
not?
it.
Yeah. I
He's
have
the same day-
witness.
He's the same day that he told me.
Yeah.
I think we had just finished the thing.
Let me pitch it to you now. Let me
Pitch it.
to you now. So think of it this way. It starts off.
Aggressively.
It starts off with any one of us 3 walking into this room, and the camera angle focuses on them. It's like open, close the doors, like, and then the person turns around and says, "All right, guys, you ready for this band practice?" And it cuts to someone on the drum set, and they're. What was the pitch again?
Okay, here we go. Take 2.
Take 2.
I'll read the script this time.
Okay.
So anyway, the script is that we're gonna be having band practice. We all show up. We're playing. We're like, all right, guys, we're gonna play this song.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, playing it. Somebody misses a beat, and they're like,
Yeah.
all right, who was that? It's like drummer. Me was my bad. It's like, okay, 1, 2, 3. They do it again. Someone else messes up. Guitar guy, sorry, a finger slipped, broke a string or whatever. And then third try, 1, 2, 3, go. And then they play the song, and then a random noise that's not really anybody on screen messed up, and they're like, who is that? And then it was Eladio with a triangle in the back. Like, sorry, I missed the time.
And then that would be the end of the skit.
That's the general idea.
Yeah, that's. It has to be ironed out, but yeah, thank you for remembering for me. That was the general idea that I had for the skit. And imagine if Cody got his string like somehow broken. That would add an extra half hour to the practice of him just going like, hold on, Hold on.
Gotta restring it, gotta tune it, and other stuff, I guess. I don't know.
No, dude, I don't even have spare strings right now. I need to go buy some.
That would add 2 hours.
2 hours.
To filming.
Oh, man. I probably shouldn't have had the pizza and
You feeling
mineral
it?
water. I'm feeling gassy.
It's okay.
It's mostly coming out of the top, but eventually it's going to go to the bottom.
Oh.
The good thing is if technology is not advanced enough to where there's smellometers in videos,
Not yet, anyways.
the audiences will be fine.
Good thing is Neanders is into farts and poop, man.
What?
So now you got your shot there.
Yeah. I just like that time when freaking she's just yelling like pee pee poo poo, big chungus among us.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Why did she say that?
I don't remember. She says this just as a while ago. I don't remember. There's also one where she was showing how what is this like an intro?
What?
The King of the Hill, what's the dad's name? I don't know. The dad
Hank.
Hank, he's walking, he's going to the restroom, saying like, "Oh, he's got to go to the restroom."
Mhm.
Opens the door, and then he reacts like, "Oh my god!" And then it cuts to Nanners with her like feet on the table with like a drink, and I can't remember what she says or whatever.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh Lord, I'm
And then
about to
accidentally
bust. What the?
Yeah, and then it accidentally looped, and she was like, "Oh wait, I forgot to stop it." So then it introduced her again.
I feel like she's the kind of humor where it's like an airhead, but it's a charismatic airhead
Mm-hmm.
to where like you don't hate her for being so airheaded, you love her because she's so airheaded.
Yes. In fact.
Yeah. What?
No, I was thinking of how like she likes to do like the monkey noise and stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
But then one time when she and the other two VTubers, it was Iron Mouse, Hajime, and Neanders were collabing with Connor,
Yeah.
Sea-Dog. And Neanders was getting really upset every time that Connor would make the monkey noises. And she was saying that she would feel a visceral rage and she wanted to punch a hole in the wall.
Oh. She's like, that's my thing.
Like, I don't know, I guess, yeah.
I still remember I had this idea early on for another skit that I wanted to do that involves you and Carlos, where it's like,
oh, the rock paper scissors.
yeah, this one I do remember because it was I don't know why it's so stupidly funny in my mind. So it's like, let's just say it's the last thing of something. That's what it's meant to be. And so let's just say it's a box of donuts and it's the last donut. And this donut happens to be one that you and him are big fans of. And so you guys are like chilling the way I pictured it is you chill a lot in the dining room table sometimes. And that's where you usually eat. So you'd be there watching a video and you're in the mood for a donut. And Carlos just gets down from upstairs and sees a box of donuts. You guys both reach for it because you're not aware of the other one. You're just hungry for the donut. Open it, and you guys see each other's hand. You look up and you stare at each other, and then the anime thing goes up where you only see the eyes going from left to right. Yeah, like, yeah, that thing. And then you guys engage in, like, the dumbest competitions ever, but the music and the way it's filmed makes it seem so intense that by the time you guys finally decide a winner, I didn't know who won in my mind. It's just someone off to the side, either me, Cody, or Eladio, just like eating it, just like,
Probably gonna be me.
congrats, again.
Like, hey man, that was very pog, man.
Yeah, just that's the punchline. Just someone off to the side, just eating it already, and they're just like, you guys glow, your guys' eyes glow again, just to punch this person as it video and fades to black.
And then we go,
You know what that reminds me?
sing, and then we both go in for the final credit. It just shows us the screenshot of us going with the punch,
For real.
and then it does the thing where it's like to be continued.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
When it's literally almost the same thing. There's like a sprinkled donut left, and then Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans just look at it and they're like, "Hey man, I want those sprinkles." No, they're mine. And then it like plays the Civil War theme.
Yeah.
And then in the background is just Scarlet Witch eating the donut. Like, oh my god,
There you go.
it's great.
All right, best friend from 100 years ago. Let's beat up an orphan.
with heart problems.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Tony's an orphan with heart problems. Take that, Bruce Wayne. All you got is a broken back. What that took you? A couple push-ups to fix?
Yeah, I know, right?
Ah, I see.
Bruce Wayne's such a savage, but
Such a what?
savage.
Savage.
No, no, he's such a. Why do I keep saying the SH? A savage. There we go. Savage.
A savage.
But I think he would not win up against Iron Man.
Batman versus Iron Man?
Yeah, Batman versus Iron Man. I think that as much of good armory and weaponry and arsenal that Batman had, it does not match up to the standards that Tony has for his equipment. And
especially not now. He's got like nanotech and stuff.
oh yeah, that too. The only way he would be able to beat him is in hand to hand.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you were to just take away armors and stuff like that, put him in like karate suits or whatever, yeah, Tony's screwed.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of a context you're putting the battle in though, because there's there's the context of all right, take them as they are against each other, and then there's the aspect of strip them down against each other, and then there's like at their best against each other.
Then again, there's also the various versions of Batman to pick from and put to Tony. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I mean, Tony like could make like a most incredibly strong weapon because he is a guy that used to make a lot of weapons.
But what if you were to pit their... Okay, so I feel like Tony versus Bruce is a little one-sided. Okay. What about if you were to put their proteges? Tom Holland, Spiderman, versus Robin.
Which Robin?
There's the which Batman and which Robin?
There's so many people in the Bat family nowadays, dude.
I'll go with this one. Give me
the one that was raised by Talia, or the one that he picked up off the street.
Didn't he pick up a lot of them off the street though?
Yeah, she did.
Not Damien. Not Damien.
Damien's the only one I know that.
Damien's a little.
Yeah, he is.
Pisses me off.
Dick
Grayson.
Yeah, Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson versus Tom Holland Spider-Man.
I don't know them too well.
Well,
Dick Grayson?
Okay. Dick Grayson as Robin or Dick Grayson as Nightwing?
You know what? Just to put him at a similar age, Nightwing, just because he's more of a closer age to each other, and I feel like they're more of a physical balance than Robin version of Nightwing.
I feel like in that sense, Nightwing would probably win just because he's more experienced than Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man has a lot to learn. Still,
though, I feel like, I guess my, the version that I'm getting from Nightwing is the one from Young Justice. Have any of you guys seen Young Justice?
I've seen parts of it.
It's really good. I really love it. I'm still waiting for another season because, they have to keep going for some reason. But I see a lot of similarities between these two guys because even though they do what they got to do, they're benevolent enough when the situation calls for it. So that's why I feel like their fight would be much more interesting because their ideals are not completely the same, but similar enough to where it'd be hard of a fight if they gave them a reason to fight each other,
Okay.
That and Peter's a kid.
Yeah, I feel like between both of them, Spider-Man has a lot more potential that he could grow into, but as of now, I think probably Nightwing. Yeah.
How old is Dick Grayson when he turns into Nightwing?
He's like at least 20. He looks old. I mean, unless it's one of those situations where the animated character just looks older than they actually are. Yeah. There's a research going on.
Yeah, I'll let him go for it. I think I before he finds out, I want to guess 21. That sounds like a good age because
Dude, you just freaking like The Price is Right at me. I said 20. You said 21.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I don't remember your guess, so that's why I guessed that. But yeah, I did without going over. But maybe you hit it right on the money.
I don't know, man.
Dun 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 dun.
18.
Yeah, you went.
There you go.
Well, actually, we both lost. We both went over.
Dick Grayson was 18 when he became Nightwing.
Well, I guess it makes sense. I'm my own adult. I want to break away from the branding of the Bat family, even though I still want to be part of the Bat family. And though that's not all of them.
And then you become Barbara, where you can get crippled by the Joker too.
Yeah.
And
you just get a bunch of technology.
Oh, that's in one version, right? Because isn't Barbara in another version Batgirl?
She is Batgirl, but then later on, Joker cripples her.
That's
And
true.
so she becomes Oracle.
I remember now.
And then Gordon's all upset when he finds out that she got crippled because she was with Batman. And Gordon's like, I hate you, Batman, but help me save the city.
Please. Please. I'm sorry for that I tried to catch you, but please.
Yeah.
Here's your signal again. Turn it on. Dang it, it's daytime. What do you do in those occasions when it's daytime and you need Batman?
Batman only works at night.
Boop, 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 boop. Hey, are you up? All right, we're screwed. No one ever thought of that. No villains ever thought to strike it during daytime.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd be other heroes' jurisdictions.
Maybe.
Maybe
But
like
then
another
again,
hero.
Gotham is Batman's turf, though.
It is.
Is there any other heroes in Gotham, like besides the Bat family?
Some people could be passing through Gotham.
There isn't like Gotham City close to Metropolis.
Well, in the movies, yeah, it's like across the river.
Yeah.
But I don't know if in the comics, like if they're right next to each other. I doubt that.
What makes you doubt that? Huh?
If there was threats,
They're both DC. They
if-
could be where they want.
if there was Superman level threats happening right across the river, I don't think Batman would just be like, "That's fine." He'd be like, "All right, I'm going and bring the whole squad with me."
Hmm. I don't know. It's just too much crime. It's too much
crime.
stuff.
It's too much stuff.
The police are like
Useless.
useless. They can never do anything because when they're doing stuff over here, they can't do stuff over there.
Exactly.
So there's just no winning.
There is no winning. Well, the same you could say for heroes. There's some heroes who, I mean, their manpower is so good, but they're still stuck in one area.
Yeah. I just thought of something kind of funny, but also kind of wholesome.
What?
So in one of the newer issues of Batman comics, it's the It's like the 20th anniversary of the death of Batman's parents.
Mhm.
So what he does is he's literally signals every single member of the Bat family, like every one of them. even the
Oh,
ones
I
that
know
are
which one you
not
mean.
Known, and then so they all show up in one area, and Red Hood is like, "Oh God, I know what this is about. He's probably gonna kick me out of the family." What did I do this time? No, Dick is like, wait, what did you do this time to get yourself kicked out of the family? I don't know, man. There's probably a lot of stuff. And there's another one who's kind of in the same boat as Red Hood, but I forgot her name. She's like,
Batwoman
no,
and Batgirl?
no, there's another one because there's just so many different like versions of Batgirl now too.
Yeah.
But some go by other names. This one, I forgot her name, but she has like gold armor kind of.
Yeah.
And she looks at Red Hood and she's like, "No, dude, this is about me. I'm the one getting kicked out of the family."
Mhm.
So they're just going back and forth. And eventually Batman shows up, and then he puts a batarang that's actually a camera there, and he tells everybody to like smile. And then Jason's just like being Jason. He's like, like trying to be cool and everything.
Yeah.
But he's like, at least I'm not kicked out of the Bat family.
Yeah.
And then he takes the picture. Like Bruce takes the picture too, like his parents' grave. And he's like, "Look what I started, guys. Look at my new family." It's so
Wow.
wholesome. But I found it funny that Jason's just like, "Oh God, I know what this is about. He's kicking me out of the family."
I would love to see a family dinner with all that squad.
Right? Like Dick is just like, "Calm down, dude. We wait for him to get here. Like, just chill." Damien's like, "I don't want to be here. Why am I here?"
Oh, yeah, Damien.
Damien's so bad. I
Yeah.
hate him.
I saw, I don't know if this is in Injustice or Injustice 2, but I don't know which Robin it is again. But where Robin sees Batman and Superman arguing and having a little squabble. And then because of something, Robin's like, "Hey, I'm taking Superman's side or whatever because you never did anything. Joker killed tons of people and you never did anything about it. You just locked him up and he kept escaping."
Damien.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oh, yeah.
Damien's always the one that teamed up with Superman. Even in like the DC like version of Civil War, Damien was on Superman's side. That's how Dick died, because Damien hit Dick with something and then it knocked him out. But Dick's neck fell on a rock and it broke.
Wow.
So that's how. Yeah, basically Damien caused Dick's death, and everybody hates Damien now for it.
Mm.
Dude, you should have seen Starfire. She was freaking pissed.
Sounds about right.
She was livid. It was great.
He's her husbando.
Exactly.
He's a true husbando.
Like, Damien once, I think, no, this was in the video games, but it was still like a really cool interaction. Damien and Starfire are interacting, and he's like, it was an accident, and then Starfire's like, I want nothing to do with Dick Grayson's killer, and she's like pissed about it. It's
Yeah, sounds about right. Yep.
I love Starfire's interactions with the Bat Family. It's great. But yeah, I love like Starfire's interactions with the Bat Family in Injustice 2.
Yeah.
Because like, it's literally all about like Dick Grayson and everything, and how Batman kind of sympathizes with her in one dialect, and then Red Hood in another one is like, dude, Dick used to talk about you all the time, and then she's like, I miss him every day, and then Jason's like, show me what impressed him so much, like as a little sparring session. It's so great. I love those characters. Like, actually, Jason and Starfire are my top 2 characters in Injustice.
Jason
like
Momoa?
Sure, yeah.
And then there's Tim.
Red Robin.
And then there's just Tim.
Tim doesn't get any spotlight, though. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I think he came out in one of the Arkham games, and that's it. Only one, though.
Well, isn't Tim just like, all right, everybody, all the other Robins went to go off to do something on their own. We have to have a Robin now. Here's Tim.
Tim's like, oh, well, no. Bruce is like, oh, this kid's like just about as smart as I am. Hey, you want to be a Robin?
Pretty much. But like, see, I kind of liked him because even he comes out in Young Justice as well. And even though he's not as prominent as the other Robins, he still tries his best and tries to follow orders as best as he can.
Robin, yo.
Yeah, that too. Because I mean, in the following seasons of Young Justice, spoilers if you haven't seen it, it focuses a lot with Blue Beetle and the Alliance and all that, the Invaders. So and all the Beetles like the Black Beetle, the Green Beetle, all those dudes. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Blue Beetle's beast. Apparently, he's gonna get a movie soon.
Interesting.
And I want to see that because I don't know how OP. Ooh, that would be a better matchup. Iron Man versus Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I agree.
that's much better matching arsenal. I just thought of that. Wow, that's cool. I would love to see that.
I love Blue Beetle in Injustice 2. He's great.
What does he do?
Oh, he's like this like kid.
he Beatles.
And he's blue
Like,
sometimes.
No, like his dialect is just like, oh God, I want to fight this. Like he's really like.
He's
Tom Holland's
so he's
Spider-Man.
giddy. So he's pretty giddy.
And then.
Hi guys, how's it going?
This camera's getting it.
Hi, how's it going?
This is great.
I wonder if it's a perfect split down the middle.
That would be amazing.
I'm Two-Faced.
You got to do the
Two
smiling and
Bible.
the neutral on the other.
Like I come and
But yeah, he's basically Tom
saying?
Holland. He's
in
giddy.
in a way. And then when when he's like, all right, Supergirl, let's do it. Like he's like ready to fight her. Supergirl's like, you'd be lucky to even tickle me. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Like, oh yeah, I want to do that too.
Oh jeez.
He's like that one. How do I describe it? He's like giddy, but he's also like, hey, Poison Ivy. Hey.
Oh my gosh, dude. Dude,
Hey girl, how goes it?
Like
Got
with
the
all of them.
ivy?
It's like, I see.
Dude, I love his attitude in the series because he's just so chill with everything until things get serious. Like he's like, I mean, I know that the Scarab thing that attached to me was not meant to be, and now that I have it, well, I guess I'm in this superhero life now. But you know, he's kind of more like Freddy approach to a lot of things. So like, I gotta do this now.
Well,
It's like, well, I gotta do that. And then the Scarab has a mind of its own. And so when they're talking to each other, no one else can hear the Scarab except for Jaime. And he's like, Jaime Reyes, eradicate this thing. Preparing measures to eradicate this enemy. No, wait, we need him.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, who are you talking to? It's like, no one.
so I do this thing attached to my back, guys.
It's just, it keeps wanting to kill everything I see, especially you guys. Because the
Wow.
Scarab's always prepped and ready to give Jaime any battle plan, any weapon that he may need, because that's just his job. But he's just like, wait, no, don't kill. Just like that whole
Initiate kill protocol on Spider-Man.
yeah, in
2.
Spider-Man suit where it's like instant kill mode. There you go. It's like not instant kill mode. Dude, the best part from his movies is where like he tries to intimidate what's his name? The Miles Morales' dad. Or his uncle, something like that. His uncle, yeah, his
Prowler?
uncle. Huh?
Prowler.
Yeah, Prowler, where he tries to intimidate Prowler in the movie with the super deep voice.
Oh, what? Was that the?
That was Spider-Man: Homecoming. I don't know if it's a little before, It's a little before he puts the boat back together.
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I've only seen it the one time and I never saw it again because it's not on Disney Plus. Sony has the rights to that.
Yeah.
It feels incomplete because sometimes I like going back and watching some of the movies. I love watching Civil War, like the whole one. The whole movie is just great.
Yeah.
Only the beginning to the middle point of Age of Ultron is really fun. The rest is like, I mean, it's fun, but compared to the rest, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
And then Infinity War plus Endgame is just like,
yeah, it's a lot.
yeah. And then, obviously, they're still supposed to happen afterwards, and I like seeing the way Peter copes with Iron Man's death. It hurts, especially like when he goes to the mural and with all the candles and all that. It
I
hurts.
still see his face everywhere.
Well, obviously, people love him. They miss him, so
Exactly.
yeah. So they plaster his face everywhere.
I love that how that spawned so many memes where it's like I still see his face everywhere. It's like freaking Dom Toretto. On the
Yeah.
meme.
Oh my gosh! But even then, even if there was no murals, it still paints a picture of how Peter saw him in his mind. Like he looked up to him that much that now all he thinks about is him, and just the weight that's been placed on his shoulders as a hero.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that second one.
You haven't?
No.
Dude, we'll rent it on YouTube sometime.
Yeah, go for it.
We got to watch it. It hurts. It definitely hurts. Then especially you need to see it before the third one comes out because we need to go watch the third one too.
When does the third one come out? This December?
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we get the What If series in a couple months. Well, not in a couple months. I think next month. I want to say, Eternals in September.
Really?
Yes.
Dang, that's soon.
Yeah, Eternals in September. Then we get another show in November. Shang-Chi. No, I'm sorry. I got it flipped. Shang-Chi September. Eternals November. Spider-Man December.
Okay.
We got a quadruple feature this year.
There you go. And then they got the freaking Doctor Strange thing next year.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna mess all my head. There's gonna be so many things that I'm not gonna understand. I'm gonna have to watch YouTube videos to understand. I'm not that smart. I just watch to enjoy. Although my jaw did drop when a character appeared at the end of Black Widow. Have you seen it?
No, but I know what happens.
Oh, you know what happens? Julie Louis-Dreyfus. Her character shows up at that after credit scene.
That girl from Seinfeld.
I think so. Yeah. I never seen Seinfeld.
You ever seen Seinfeld?
No,
every time I see her, when I saw her come out in the freaking
Captain America.
Not that one though.
I know it's Falcon Winter
and
Soldier.
the Winter Soldier.
That's who he is now. He's Captain America.
No, he is now. Freaking when I saw her show up at the end, I was like, "Where's Jerry? What are you doing here?" I don't know. I mean, I like her acting the way she was playing that character.
Yeah.
But I still just can't get the idea of her being like a serious person. Like,
I guess it's less of her attitude towards the world and it's more what she does to the world that's intimidating. Yeah, that's the whole point. Because she's really happy-go-lucky with everything. She's like, well, looks like Zemo got the last laugh.
Yeah.
It's like if I planned it. I didn't, obviously. Or did I?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I feel like if she stabs someone, she's like, oh, what a shame. Is it?
Yeah.
Omar as a villain be like, well.
No, I would do that well thing after they're dead. It's just like, well, you didn't have to, but you did. So there you go.
You just stab them. You're instantly like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me take it back. Oh, wait, now you're bleeding out. Let me cover it up.
Well, the ambulance is coming. But I really like how Bliss Blade looks, so I need to clean it.
Yeah, whenever you get stabbed, don't take it out.
Nope, because it will increase the chances of not living.
You will be bleeding out.
You will.
Because that's the only thing holding it in.
Exactamundo. Like that scene in John Wick where I think it's in John Wick 2 or 2. I want to say 2.
I want to say it's 2.
It is 2. You're right.
Oh, wait. No. It's the beginning of 3.
It's beginning of 3 where they're fighting in the train.
Yes.
They're fighting in the subway train, and they do that whole fight, and the guy's like, this is the artery that if you pull it out, you die.
No, actually, never mind. I forgot.
It's 2, right? Yeah, it is 2.
I was thinking of when John Wick had to go to the doctor in the beginning. In John Wick 3, he has to go to the doctor in the beginning. But the train scene is in 2.
It is in 2 where he's like, this is the artery that if you pull it out, you die, so I wouldn't move. And he's and the dude's just like... as John Wick walks out. And then you just hear the Death Note music.
No. Doesn't he live, though?
He does live. I mean, because I forgot why. Like, you see him later in the movie, and they do their whole battle thing again.
Yeah.
What is this, 30-minute mark?
Probably, I don't know. Check the camera.
You check. It's too far for me to see.
He doesn't have his glasses on.
33:45.
Whoa!
We're probably now 34 minutes.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
Wow!
Oh my gosh. Actually, real quick, I know last episode we were touching on our favorite starters. We were pointing out our top 5 favorite starters. And before we move on to anything, I was actually pretty curious. What is your 5 favorite starters?
My 5 favorite starters, Fennekin, number 1. Just because that's when I got into Pokemon. I got into Pokemon in Gen 6
I like how
because
all of us
before it looked bad. What?
I like how all of us chose our nostalgia of Pokemon.
Nintendo all about nostalgia, all right? They're monetizing your nostalgia. They give you crap items, making you think they're good deals when they're not. They're just remaking it so they can resell you the same game over and over and over again. Nintendo's a horrible company. But anyways. Yeah. So, yeah, Fennekin, definitely.
Okay.
It's just really cute. It's like cute Firefox, dude.
It's cute Firefox.
It's like browser on Apple.
Yeah.
And freaking I like Oshawott because he's like a little seal thing.
He is a little
It's
seal
cute.
thing.
It's adorable. And then when he evolves his final evolution, he's like a big he's a big honker of a dude.
He's like a dog, ain't it? He look like a dog.
Well, he's like a pup. He looks more like a pup, but he's like a seal.
Yeah.
He's an otter. It's a water puppy.
Otter, yeah. Water puppy. Yeah, so that is Oshawott. And then Bulbasaur. Popular. It's a popular one. I like him. Yeah, so it's Fennekin, Oshawott, Bulbasaur. Let's see. From having difficulty thinking of the other starters, let me pull up a list. Yeah, I would get more attracted towards the water types. Pokemon starters.
You're another blue man.
I am another blue man. There you go. Yeah, I like Mudkip. Mudkip's cute. There you go. So you got Fennekin, Oshawott, Bulbasaur. No, not Bulbasaur. F Bulbasaur. I hate Bulbasaur.
Okay.
I don't hate him, but you know, it's Squirtle, Mudkip. Now for the last one, the one we've all been waiting for.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Want to be freaking Tepig?
Oh, I forgot about Tepig.
Dude, Tepig sucks.
He just gets chubbier and chubbier.
I'm just gonna say Trico.
Yeah! Everyone had Trico.
Everybody had Trico.
No, Eladio didn't have Trico.
Oh. Well, you should have.
It's just cool.
Trico is cool.
Yeah.
He's the one plant that gets cooler as the evolutions go by.
I love Trico and that Pokemon parody video that we watched. That's great.
I did like Litten when I first saw him, but then his evolutions look stupid.
Yeah.
I hate his evolution.
His evolution is just a giant furry.
It is just a giant furry. Incineroar, disgusting. Another fire fighting type? God. If he was fire dark type, dude, that would have been something. But he's not. Stupid. I was also considering Chimchar, but I don't like it.
Well, you said it for Chandelure?
I liked Infernape. Chandelure?
I love Chandelure.
I like him. Ghostfire.
I
like that one.
Ghostfire is great.
Yeah, if we're talking about like all time, not even starters, Chandelure.
Okay,
I like
Chandelure is really cool.
I go towards more of the ghost types. the ghost types and the dark types.
They're just cool looking.
Just cool. And plus, I like the moves of the dark types because they're all just cheap moves.
Yeah.
They're really funny.
It's like you're now hypnotized. You're now asleep. You are now dying for some reason.
Yeah, I like the move where just knock off their item. And just imagine the Pokemon's there holding their stuff. You just go, just topple it over.
It's got a little collar with like the gem that gives it some stupid ability. It's like Gengar just comes up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And a freaking what is? Oh, I was thinking. Oh, the pursuit. When like if you're gonna switch out a Pokemon, pursuit hits them first and hits them for double damage because they're leaving.
Yeah.
Just knock them when they're not looking.
Dude, I love playing like different games because sometimes the animation of a certain attacks change.
Yeah.
Like Taunt, where that glove just pops out of nowhere, like alright, and then that little like angry emoticon thingy pops on their heads. It's like your Pokemon's so angry it hit itself for some reason.
Well, isn't Taunt just make them only attack?
I think
it makes them only attack that Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, what? It's confused, right? Where it's confused is like
you're
so stupid, you hit yourself.
Yeah. Like there's memes where it shows like
or the duckies.
Yeah, just going around. It's like go use whatever Thunderbolt, and then like Pikachu, just looks at his fist and he's like,
no. Does confusion like actually take into consideration how powerful the attack of the Pokemon is to give itself damage, or it's just a set?
It's just a set.
Oh, a set amount. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like it. Yeah, it makes it to where now there's like a chance that your Pokemon is not going to do the action, but instead hit itself. Mm-hmm. So since they didn't do that damage, they're just hitting themselves because they're confused on what to do.
I was telling you later we should do like playthrough.
A Pokemon?
Yeah, like everyone just does their own like angle of the playthrough.
Okay.
Like we all just bound together at the end and just fight each other with the best that we got.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be cool.
Nice.
I think I still have. Well, do I still have my 3DS?
Well, if we have PCs, we could just get like
an emulator.
Yeah, the emulators, or I mean, just get one of those like fan-made games that are really good.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
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 But yeah, one of my coworkers, she offered me her son's Switch because they're spoiled kids and they don't want to use their things after like 2 weeks.
They don't want to use their Switch?
Yeah.
After 2 weeks?
Yeah. So she's like, one of the controllers doesn't work, but he says for $200 he'll give you the Switch and 4 games.
Dang.
That's $540 worth of stuff.
Just tell him like, hey, I would make it like 160.
And we're talking. Yeah, no, I'll budge for that deal. Actually,
no, yeah, 200 is already good.
Because the Switch, like, and she's like, one of the controllers doesn't work though. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna buy either the Pro or one of the solid ones because I already have a solid one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the controllers doesn't work because they have a freaking
drift.
Horrible drift. Nintendo never wants to admit that they have it.
Yeah,
because they're going through lawsuits because they suck.
Yeah, I don't trust Joy-Cons. They're nice, I just don't trust them. I prefer solid controller in my hands that I don't risk going like, dang it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they get upset when they're like you can only fix your Joy-Con if you send it to us. And then when the pandemic hit, they're like, stop sending us stuff. We're not gonna do anything. And then later on, they're like, stop sending it to other people. You can only send it to us, even though we're not fixing anything right now. It's like, make up your mind, dude. Do you care about your players or not?
I know, right?
And the answer is not. They don't. They hate you.
Also,
they hate all of you.
A big factor for wanting to get that Switch is I want to play the Mario Golf, the new one.
Yeah.
I want to make a video of us playing it. Or streaming it. It's really, really fun. It looks like a lot of fun.
It does look like fun. I mean, it's golf.
Or if not, or just bust out the Wii U and download just the old Wii Sports. It's we could all just play that, some golf.
It would be so funny if we get marked for copyright for this.
I would be impressed actually. That means we just did it that good.
For reals. Nintendo's like, you guys, you're getting copyrighted.
Like, yeah, of course Nintendo would do that because they hate their fans. They hate you. They hate all of you.
They just want money.
Honestly, if they put their games on other systems, Nintendo would be done for. That's why they have to keep everything exclusive. Because they know that's the only way you guys keep coming back for the stupid Link, stupid Mario, and stupid Pokemon.
Oh. It's like, yeah, we'll let third parties in, but we won't let them. We don't want to let our first parties out.
Exactly. Because that's how they get you. Or they'll just make your things time gated, like the freaking remakes of the Mario Sunshine and the other 2 games I can't remember.
Yeah.
And they made it only a limited. They only made a limited time offer
Sunshine,
because they don't care.
Galaxy.
They're just They're just wanting to boost sales for their first quarter of the year. That's why it stops at the end of March.
And 64.
Exactly.
I do want to play that other Pokemon game that's coming out soon. The one about Arceus.
The one about radiation?
Yeah. Wait, what?
The one about toxic venom?
This?
What? No, Arceus.
I was referring to a fan-made Pokemon game that everybody really loved, but then Nintendo was like, no, stop it. That's too good.
Uranium.
Nintendo nuked that shit.
Yeah.
Now there's tons of them.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of them. I still question the one that the Pokemon are just like tiny little girls that's dressed up as the Pokemon. I still highly question that one. It's like someone
fan-made game?
Yeah, fan-made game where someone just went in exact same Pokemon game. It's just not addressed that the Pokemon are just little girls dressed up in outfits that resemble the Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like Pokemon waifus.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like, that's cool, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's fulfilling somebody's fantasy.
Yeah, it's fulfilling it's helping someone out. That's all I know.
I would understand it if it was just like Pokemon waifus, but you said little girls dressed up as Pokemon. That makes it even weirder.
Yeah, they look like little girls, all of them.
I mean, aren't the trainers like 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, then again, I mean, just proceeds to take a sip. It's funny because, I mean, you see this 10-year-old boy just running off on his own. It's like, barely has a bike sometimes. And it just is like, oh, hi, little kid. How you doing? It's like a 6-foot-tall monster pops out of the ball. And it's like, fight me!
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
I still have my level 5 Rattata.
Honestly, just random adult. It's like level 5 Rattata, go.
Like you lived up. Imagine he had that Pokemon since he first turned 10.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, Rattata, we're gonna go on an adventure." And then life just kicked him in the balls, and he never battled Pokemon because he had to take up responsibilities.
Honestly, yeah.
Then he had to get a real job. Now he's like up to like 25, 30.
Yeah.
And then he runs into another 10-year-old. He's like, "Oh, I forgot I had this thing."
Yeah.
And the Rattata comes out and like, "What year is it?"
You're not my owner. Wait, Jerry? Heck yeah, that's me. Now go get in there. It's just hilarious. I'm just like,
yeah, it's never really addressed like okay. It's never really addressed how like, yeah, you could be like that 10-year-old kid going traveling the world collecting all Pokemon and stuff, but then what do you do with all the Pokemon?
Honestly, yeah.
Where do they go? What happens? Euthanasia or what?
I don't know. I mean, literally, I question the fact that there's a 10-year-old that uses monsters to mug you just because he won.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I won the battle." Like, "Oh, yeah, that thing. Sorry, kid. I guess you got me. All right, I'll pay up." What? We didn't agree to this. The hell are you talking about?
Exactly. He just mugged you.
Yeah. Jeez Louise.
And who's giving all these 4 or 5-year-old kids money to battle these 10-year-olds?
Yeah, dude, it's like it's like an under the radar thing.
Mm-hmm.
Part of with the Pokédex, you also have a bank account.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just your Pokédex is your credit card. All you do is
yeah.
what do you think? Every time you go to like the Poke Center or the Pokemart, they gotta charge you. So just boop.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we see in your Pokédex you also have like 5 more Pokemon. You want to heal those too?
Yeah, honestly, because like the thing is like that kid, all he carries is in his bag he doesn't carry money. So where's the money go? Because all he carries is what TMs, HMs, potions and all that crap. But you never see where the money goes. Yeah, it's got to be on the Pokédex.
It's all on the Pokédex. Freaking like, I mean like. By the time I finished friggin' Pokemon, what should I play? X? I had like a friggin' full boxes, all the boxes full with different Pokemon because I was trying to like collect whatever. And like, I haven't played that game in years. They're all just sitting there. Who's to say how many other 10-year-olds just leaving it sitting there?
Honestly, what if like so you know how each box has like a themed area in it?
Yeah.
Like it's different landscapes. What if you see them when you open up the PC? You just see them standing there. But what if they're actually kind of like roaming in there, like just roaming around?
What do they eat?
I don't each other, I guess. I mean, it's a barren land. Yeah. All you see is the background, a few trees. I don't know if it's like I said, they're roaming around. But what if it actually resembles the landscape that they're on? Mm-hmm. So if you stick a plant type in the ice box just because you don't have any more space on the green box, yeah. It's just like and all the ice Pokemon are just like the poor dude.
It's like you started off with like you had to put like 300 Pokemon in your Pokeboxes or whatever, and then you come back years later and you have like 100 left because like 200 died off.
Yeah, only the strongest survived.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like a beefed up Bellsprout.
I would not doubt that or was it the Victory Bell? Isn't that the final?
Yeah.
Victory Bell, the Pokedex entry, I'm sure, due to that Pokedex entry, I'm sure he would be one of the last ones standing, just consuming everybody else. Just,
yeah.
Oh, you're alive? No, you ain't.
Yeah. Dude.
God, Pokemon entries get dark.
They do get dark, especially the ghost type ones.
Oh, dude, for real.
Yeah.
A little tree stump Pokemon is just like, oh yeah, you find this wandering on in the woods. It's the spirit of dead kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of the ghost type ones are really messed up.
Yeah.
Because, like, your mask, like, it used to be a person, but it just carries around a mask with the face that it had now.
Mm-hmm. And now it looks at the mask and just cries.
Yeah.
And it turns into a giant coffin.
It does.
Yeah. That's bad. That's
sarcophagus. My bad.
Sarcophagus.
Yeah, yeah. But he's based on a sarcophagus because he's meant to be Egyptian-like and all that.
Yeah.
And it's a pain. I never caught one in the game, but I regretted it because all the opponents that I fought that had one just destroyed me. Utterly destroyed me. And I was like, gosh darn it, I should have caught one of you. I'm sorry. Just trying to like defend against its attacks.
Yeah, I remember doing a bunch of trading just trying to get those ghost types. I got a lot of them. Got a sizable amount.
Dude, friggin' Drifloon. Oh yeah, we kidnap kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Oh no, now what responsibility does that put on a 10-year-old? He's got Pokemon that get other kids. He's got Pokemon that'll go grab friends for him. He's messed up.
You know how there's delinquents out there, like teenager delinquents that once they do like certain crimes, they're tried as adults?
Yeah.
What if that's the case when a 10-year-old in Pokemon just grows up? Once you turn 10, if you do something illegal or wrongful with your Pokemon, whether by your choice or not, you are held responsible and tried as an adult in that situation.
Well, so this is the thing about like, you know, converting like real laws into like video games and stuff like that. What if in that world 10-year-old is considered adult, and that's why they're able to just go do whatever they want because you're an adult now, you're old enough to do whatever, and now there's only adult courses. There's freaking, you have to fight the judge when you're in your trial. You gotta try and beat him in a Pokemon battle.
If you win, your case is dismissed. If you lose, pay the time.
Yeah.
Do the time.
Jeez.
Or pay up. Boop.
And yeah, also something that would be a really sketch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have a neighbor just moved into town.
Yeah.
He's a ghost type trainer. Interesting. He only has Drifloons. Wow.
Background check. Background check.
Oh my God. No.
He's gonna get a sign put on his front lawn.
Yeah. He has to let everybody know, hey, I got Drifloons.
I'm sorry. It's the family trade.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
I'm sorry, my grandpappy started. I gotta carry out the legacy. I never did anything myself, but I own them.
Yeah.
I got them on leashes. Trust me.
Jeez Louise.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Dude, what if there's a business of Mr. Mimes? You know how there's clowns, the business of clowns?
Yeah.
Going to do events and all that, making people laugh. What if there's just a business where you train your Mr. Mime to be an entertainer?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
There
that
you
might
go.
be a thing.
Mr. Mime Co. Incorporated. Hire us for birthdays, parties, and events.
Yeah, freaking. I mean, in what was it? Gen 7. They introduced the whole like
the pageant stuff, right?
No, they had pageants before that.
Oh,
yeah. It was they introduced Pokemon like just having occupations like
like
you don't like you then you didn't need a Pokemon that had surf. You could just like use the services of a Lapras to take you across like a river and stuff like that. And also the services of a Buffalint. I think it was a Buffalint. That you could just charge through open areas and stuff like that.
Or the Charizard that would fly you spot to spot.
Yeah, so it seems like they were trying to aim to flesh out, like, you know, putting real life applications to those Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
What about the ones that don't get those applications, huh? What about the ones that aren't making you money?
What do you do with a Ditto? He does it all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody shut up! I remembered.
Okay.
Is you could
That would have been bad. I'm glad you didn't do it. I'm so glad you did it.
Oh man, wow. So I just remembered. So
Yeah.
you know how, like in real life,
Uh-huh.
like there's like cars that are self-driving and stuff,
Mhm.
and then people are thinking like, oh, you could just have your car go and do stuff or whatever for you, so you can make money that way. What if in the Pokemon?
Anyways, go on.
What if in the Pokemon world you could just send your Pokemon out to do jobs for you, so that way it comes back with money.
But we've seen that Pokemon are conscious enough to know what they're doing. So, what if it gets angry at you for just using it, and then it doesn't get anything in return for its hard work?
Well, I'd be like, hey, welcome to the food industry, son. All right, just deal with it. What do you want me to do, huh? You're just a Pokemon. You want me to go throw you against the wall, fight against God, or do you want to just make me a couple bucks? We're doing a little dance for kids.
Well, I mean, I guess what you could be describing is, in Lilo and Stitch, the series where they catch all the experiments and put them to have jobs in the island of Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's basically that.
Hey, they don't look too bad, huh? They're just doing their thing.
Yeah, they are.
You're just doing it. If you would pay me to just do my thing, why can't I just pay you to do your thing? You think you're so special, stupid chimchar, you little monkey?
I mean,
monkey doo-doo head.
Oh, what the? There are some, like, even in that scenario, like the world of Lilo and Stitch, where they're doing all that. Some of them can do many things with their abilities, but then there's some where it's just very specific. There's literally one experiment that all he can do is cook. That's all he's good at,
one, yeah.
And he just ends up running a burger joint.
There you go. See, he's successful. He gets set up for success.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we said,
Oh, it's like it's even funnier when in the movie that they have based off the show, when they have the evil Stitch kidnap all the experiments from the island.
Wasn't his name like Stotch or something?
Yeah, his name was Leroy.
Yeah,
his name was Leroy.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, his name was Leroy. Dr. Hamsterville names Leroy.
Of course he does.
And then it's funny because he's just stealing them off of their position. So people are just like, "Oh, where'd my guy go? He was very good at what he did."
Yeah.
And so like one's literally very good at cutting stuff, so he runs a barber. Another one's a fry cook. Another one's just sitting in a popcorn machine making popcorn because it is now the popcorn machine.
Yeah.
Another one's, I don't know how he kidnapped one specific one, because one of them's literally it's a body and it's just like this, but it's holding a giant wheel that squishes stuff, like those those rollers that flat out the street.
Yeah.
That's all it can do. So obviously its job was helping out construction workers flatten out streets, repaving and all that.
Wow.
And I wonder, they never showed how he kidnapped that one, obviously, because he couldn't carry it.
That's got to be a series.
Yeah, that's got
to be like a shorts thing.
Yeah, like a short, like how it kidnapped that one, because it's strong enough to carry, because they had a kaiju based one where it's literally a giant octopus that had a super long neck.
Yeah.
Think of an octopus mixed with the Loch Ness Monster kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to carry it. So I'm sure he was strong enough, but I mean the other guy, I'm sure he was much more massive. So I don't know.
How the heck did he fight the lightning one though? Wasn't there like a whole movie about how they couldn't get him?
Oh yeah. That now I need to know that.
Yeah, it's like you're breaking your own lore.
Yeah, they're breaking the lore.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's electric powered or something. He got like a portable battery and was like, "Hey, can you charge this up for me?" And then it was just like a really big battery, so it took him a long time to charge it up.
And
so then he just walked away with it.
Yeah, got you now.
Yeah. You made him into a cog of the machine, so he just, instead of taking out the cog, he just put it in another machine.
Oof. But like, if you had to pick like one Pokemon to do a one thing for you, what would it do?
Chandelure. Just make my room look nice.
It's like, no, stay stay. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just ain't its name, but I mean, it's hungry. It's you're like Lord, and you just toss up a biscuit. It's like here.
Here's a Poke Puff.
Yeah, well, their food was weird. Didn't they have like just like little thingies? Like
Then they look like cupcakes.
yeah. Oh, okay.
You seen the Poke Puffs from Gen 6?
No.
There's like cupcakes and like some biscuits and stuff because it was like France,
Mm-hmm.
so they had things that looked like they were macaroons. I just realized that.
Macaroons.
Well, wait, no, they were. Well,
Macaroon.
maybe they were.
Chocolate.
But yeah, anyways, they were just like little they look like biscuits with like some stuff on it.
Mm.
There was like chocolate ones, strawberry. Yeah, you just feed them a bunch of sugar.
I would like to have a Snivy, but just as kind of like a guard pet. Because, like, Snivy just has that intimidating look, and I've talked about this last time, where it just wants to beat people up, and I would let it.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
like, go.
Yeah. Or maybe Finnegan's. Because like, when she levels up, she's like a witch magic thing.
Yeah.
I'd imagine the magic might be cool.
I would just end up with an anaconda if I left Snivy. If I let Snivy evolve, because, you know, you can just choose not to.
Yeah.
It's like, here's my level 100 Metapod.
Yeah.
Harden.
She.
That's all it can do. Or you at that level 100 magic carpet. It's just like,
Yeah.
yes, right. I didn't get the Gyarados. I didn't need him. I have him. You try holding a 100-pound fish. That's right. You can't.
It's difficult. I get 100 pounds. Easy. One hand.
What if Magikarp is actually like intimidating in our world, but just because he's in Pokemon, compared to everybody else, he just sucks.
I mean, he's a big fish.
He's a giant fish.
He's a huge fish.
So in our world, he would just splash around and smack us.
Dude, his splashes was hurt.
Yeah. Just not to them, though.
Yeah.
To them, it's just like, eh.
Yeah. You feed a family.
Bust out the grill.
Dude, Dude, you can get the freaking the cow Pokemon. What was it called again?
Miltank.
Miltank. Here you go. You get your.
The Miltank burger.
Yeah.
I muted. I forgot.
The Miltank burger.
You're muted?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did that because you were chewing.
This is why I never bring snacks on.
I was being courteous to you.
Sure. Well, I wouldn't say courteous. I would say considerate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
it's like, hey, you over there. Shut up.
You shut your mouth.
Well, I didn't want you. I wanted you to eat comfortably. That's why I did it. So that way you didn't have to worry about making noise into the microphone.
This thing is on a swivel, dude.
I know, but you didn't do that from the start, which is why I did it.
I forgot to do it.
Exactly. I'm considerate.
It's the human error. Whether it's
Exactly.
Cody's error or Omar's error, you decide. You decide.
I'm always wrong in the end. He always finds a way to be like, this is all your fault. My depressive thoughts, your fault too.
Okay, not that.
Dang, there you go.
Not that far.
If I had a bad dream, it's your fault too.
I don't go that far, but I do go far
Oh.
because it's fun.
Everyone just wants to make me cry.
This
Did
is
they go through reinforcement or manipulation throughout the entire day just to make me cry at a Mexican restaurant?
That was funny.
is
I wasn't
why-
a part of that, but I heard of it.
This is why I was telling Omar that if we were like people in the Distractable podcast, he'd be Wade because everybody just shits on him.
Yeah.
It's great.
For anyone who doesn't know, Distractable Podcast is one made of Markiplier and his buddies, Bob and Wade. So yeah, he said I'd be the Wade of the crew.
Just because you're the one that everybody picks on. It's great.
I think there's always somebody like that in a friend group. Back then, in my friend group, we had a friend who we nicknamed Diamond
Why?
because at Whataburger, they got his name wrong. They put Diamond instead of his real name. So we just we just kept calling him Diamond. He didn't mind it though, but still, we would always make fun of him.
That's great.
Yeah, and then then I guess now in this friend group, it's you. And then whenever Omar does a wrong, it's him. Whenever Casey's around, it's Casey. Some people just emanate that feeling of, oh, you're
easy pickings.
You're the one that won't fight back.
I can. I just won't because I'll regret what I say.
And that's why we keep going.
It's because my mind just immediately goes to the worst. Like I'm sure there's a tons of list of comebacks I could say that could be not as bad, but my brain literally immediately goes to the worst one, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't say that.
I will say, in this household, you are the Wade, but in other friend groups, you're not the Wade.
I enjoy that when I'm just a sideline and seeing someone else get picked on. I'm like, all right, you guys can stop now. I had my fun.
No, well, I say with the way the household is right now,
Yeah.
you're probably not the one that's at the very bottom, though.
Yeah.
I would say it's Casey, then Eladio, then you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like that one meme where it's like, here's whale poop, and then there's you.
Yeah, it's like so I got Don, we got me, we got this, we got that, and then we got whales. It's like, and it's me, right? No, hold on.
Yeah.
We got shrimp. There's whale poo, and then there's you.
I like to think that he had that printed out for years.
And was just waiting.
To use it for that one
He
instance.
needed it. He knew he wanted to get at him at some point. He just had to use that.
Yeah.
Food industry bosses be like, then there's you.
Yeah.
I never realized how ugly the fish were in that movie until I saw it as an adult.
Oh, what?
How ugly
great.
the fish are in that movie.
Right?
How ugly they are?
Yeah. It's just the human characteristics placed on the fish.
Yeah.
It's still super funny though. It's just Will Smith as a fish. It's great. I love it. He knows it. I know it. We all know it.
I wouldn't say I love it. I would say it's like, that's all right. It's all good.
It's just funny.
Yeah, it's just
funny.
we're just here for a good time. It's fine. We're not looking for something like the pinnacle of human success. But it's like, hey, yo, it's a little story about a liar.
It was one of the best jokes in that movie is in the beginning where like it's panning through several spots of the city that resemble New York basically. And one of them, it just pans to a sushi shop run by a fish.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like,
Yeah.
and I never understood that joke. I never did until I grew up and I was like, oh, he's serving cannibalism.
Yeah.
I never understood it until now.
Sushi joint.
Underwater.
Why isn't he arrested? What are their laws in shark?
Why is he arrested?
Why isn't he?
What do you mean? Why isn't? The guy that runs the sushi joint.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I mean, there has to. I mean, maybe he was in the process of committing that crime and nobody just hasn't noticed yet. Like, oh, this guy's running a sushi joint. Someone should alert the authorities.
Probably.
Because the thing has to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just are in the process of building a sushi joint and the police notices like, hey, what are you selling here? What's gonna be built here? A sushi joint.
But if they're aware that he's going to be committing a crime, then they could just, like, for attempt at murder.
That's true. Also, I mean, you also have to file the type of business that you're going to be putting. If it were by, like, IRL laws where it's like, oh, it's like, I want to get my business license.
Mm-hmm.
Here's $100.
Yeah.
Oh, well, also, what are you going to be doing? Oh, I'm a restaurant. What do you sell? Sushi.
Yeah. Jeez.
And they you just see the receptionist just come down and press that button under the desk, like police.
Yeah. Freaking it's one thing that was like kind of pointed out. I saw a video about it and stuff like that. It was just like it's interesting how like obviously from people would just like references to different things or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever it's like a real world converted into animals, like in this case fish world, or like in Zootopia,
every animal
is
every animal,
all that stuff. It's like everything's a pun. Yeah. Absolutely everything's a pun and pertaining to that species, like the fish stuff, the animal stuff. But in the real world, we don't make puns of ourselves.
No, we don't.
Maybe we still do it of other things. Or sometimes they're just different words from like Latin or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Or that stinking song from at the beginning of Zootopia, "Try Everything."
Yeah.
Because it's Shakira, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is.
And she gets her own version of herself in the movie.
Yeah.
It's like, try everything. And I'm just like, You shouldn't tell us to try everything.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't tell the audience to try everything.
Yeah, the audience that's going to watch this thing probably shouldn't be trying everything.
Especially when half of all this movie is just like furries with political, what is it called? Undertext in the movie. Undertones, there you go.
Yeah.
Subtext, there you go. That was the proper word. I mixed undertone and subtext.
You know, you kids out there watching this movie, try everything. You see a homeless guy smoking crack, you try that too.
Also, don't be racist. That's what the movie did.
Exactly.
Do everything, but don't be racist.
Well, try to be racist. Maybe you'll like it.
What?
No, drugs are okay, but just don't be racist.
And then Beastars is like a more intense version of Zootopia.
Dude, when a freaking deer shot a bunch of lions, it's great.
Oh yeah. Have you seen season 2?
No.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
You're like, edit this. I'll make this thumbnail. Okay.
All I'm saying is if I have the time to edit 2 videos a week, practice, and enjoy some shows on the side, you can too.
You actually wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it gives you time, you know?
I will say last night I am like almost completely caught up with My Hero on the latest season. It's great.
Last night?
Yeah.
I've told Freddy and the guys about this. I don't like what My Hero's been doing lately with almost, not every episode, but it feels, they do that thing so where it's basically like we have a very strong challenger. We have a very strong villain that pops up and what's it called? You know, they do that whole thing where it's like, here comes my strongest hit. I'm going to monologue for like 2 minutes about the strongest hit and what I did for years to come and make the strongest hit. Strong hit happens. I scream plus ultra. Woohoo, I won. I got sick and tired of that already. And the fact that sometimes it happens like 2 or 3 times in the same hour. Like if you're watching the show continuous, the fact that it happens like 2 or 3 times in the same hour, it kind of robbed the specialty of that. Because before it was like, oh, a few episodes happens where it's a lead up to this big battle, or a few episodes happens where it's like filler, stuff like that. It gives you a break. There's funny moments. And then we get serious and we have these big moments where there's monologuing happening through the fights. That's just anime, you know? But I feel like My Hero's been doing it so much, and especially where the fight where Endeavor is fighting one of the more advanced snow moves. And it's like, big hit 1. All right, that didn't work. Big hit 2. All right. Big hit 3. All right, we're done now. And I'm sure I don't pit it past them that in the very next episode they recap. Big hit 1. Recap. Big hit 2. Recap. Big hit 3. All right.
Dude, they do that so much in the most recent season.
And then they're like, all right, the last third of the episode is an actual stuff that happens after.
Like, they don't recap it. But what they do is like they bring it up like almost every single time because that's like the big focus of like the latest season.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got sick and tired because like I was cool with Deku doing it because it's his story. Mm-hmm. I was cool, but he didn't do it all the time. He only did it when he needed to because obviously, ow.
That means
yeah. So now he can do it more often just because he figured it out. But at first,
reinforced gloves.
Yeah, at first it was like I can't really do this kind of thing a lot because I'll die. And they're like, that's cool. It's called story and leaving stuff for the future. Now it's just like everyone gets a. All right, I won.
I will say I kind of like the newest season just because you get to explore Class 1B a bit more.
I've heard of that too, and
it's A versus B in the newest season. It's so great.
I'd love to get to that, but right now I'm taking a hot break from that because I'm getting tired of it. Like at least like I'm watching right now Boruto, and there's none of that. There, obviously, it has the Naruto.
I mean, he likes Boruto.
It has the Naruto.
This guy likes Boruto.
It has the Naruto disease of sticking fillers for a good chunk of like months, and then getting to the story going again. But still, I don't see. Big hit for like 5 minutes. All right, I'll do it again.
Dude, you should see Dragon Ball where it's just like, okay, I'll let you transform instead of just killing them right in there.
See, that's cool, but at least I get to bask in something that's not just a one hit. Like, I feel like there's obviously a power increase to what's going on in Dragon Ball Z. Now, I'm not a super fan, but at least from what I saw, I enjoyed it. But I'm not getting the vibe that they're having to do this every single episode. There was the reason those events were so momentous because you don't get to see them so often. This was the first appearance of those transformations. So they took their time to let things sink in the audience. My Hero was just like, "Wait, you want to fight? You got another hour?" All right, we're done. and then they do it again
Mhm.
and again.
What about the battle sequences in Dragon Ball that last for like 5 episodes?
It's a whole fight. It's not one hit for 5 minutes.
No,
Still.
no, it is.
Still.
Is it now? Cause I mean, from what
I
I
don't-
saw, it was not one hit for 5 minutes. It was beep 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 beep
No,
beep 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 beep.
Yeah, as bad as like all that stuff is, though, Dragon Ball still has the longest fight for the least amount of stuff that happens.
The Frieza one?
Yeah, it still has the record for it.
That's true.
So it's yeah. So I don't think they do it now, as you know, as I previously mentioned. I don't watch it anymore because I hate it. But like last I checked, I think it still has the record for the longest running arc, and like not a lot happens every episode.
And that's true. It's just talking.
Yeah.
But I guess, I mean, for me, I would rather sit through talking and them both like going back and forth about what they're doing, rather than just monologue within for 5 minutes straight to do one hit. You know. I guess also it's the frequency that My Hero started doing it, because every time like I would come back home and see you guys watching it, it would be the same thing, and I'd be like, well, I'm not really missing out on anything. I only really I was gonna get back into it when I was that arc before, where the little girl, the one in all gray, they're saving her from the guy with the mask, with the crow mask. That it got very interesting. And then even then with Deku's like ultimate transformation, having the girl on his back, just regenerating him over and over and over.
Yeah.
It was cool. It legitimately was cool. And then I mean, when things boiled down, we started getting Nomus popping up and doing all that thing with no All Might to do it. The frequency just got higher and higher. People like having their big hits, and sitting through episodes just dragged on a little more. And I was just like, I've seen this like 20 times already this season.
They had a festival arc.
Yeah, they did. Oh, but still, I mean, there was still. I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm not like downplaying like your whole criticism. Like you know, everybody could feel whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like whatever. As far as criticism, I don't consider myself a good critic on anything because I just don't think so. I'll still throw my 2 cents or whatever. But if somebody else has an opposing opinion, I'm like, they probably know more than I'm talking about. I don't care. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? I feel like I was gonna say something. I don't remember.
What were you gonna say though?
Yeah, I was just gonna say it was about criticism, like the act of it in general. Like everybody can have like their own opinion and stuff about it. I don't think that people's criticisms can really like evaluate what a thing is for everyone. It's all like individual intake. So
which is why I kept saying like I got tired of it. Yeah. I don't think everyone that I've spoken to about this, no one shares this opinion, which I'm okay with. I'm guessing I wish My Hero was turned out to be something that it's not. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll get a different opinion of it. But I think also it's with its popularity. I wish it wasn't as popular. Maybe I could enjoy it a little more.
You like being a hipster?
Huh?
You like being a hipster?
No, I guess I don't know. Because also, I mean, now I know some spoilers that I wish I didn't, just because how popular it is. So it kind of robs the fun out of it.
I get that now.
And even then, I did get tired of it because of all that, you know, that hype, those hype hits. I guess I'll call them that. Those hype hits.
Yeah.
That lasted the 5 minutes of an episode. Because I was like, they did it so much, and I was like, you know what? Even you guys started watching, like, the group started getting smaller, people that watch My Hero together. So I was like, yeah, I could always catch up later.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the sentiment.
It was just the group of watching anime in general.
Yeah,
We don't do it at all anymore.
Yeah, and then the sentiment kept going with like other animes. It's like, I'll watch it later. And so I just stuck with the little few that I got. Like right now, I'm just sticking with Boruto, because I got nothing else to watch. I'm sure there's others, and I've thought of finding others, but especially with now with our busy schedule, and then school's gonna start. So I think I might just stick to Boruto for a while and then move on to something else. Because it's hard to commit to so many animes, especially now that we're working on this.
Yeah, I feel that. Like right now, I'm just keeping up with that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I am liking where things are going. That show has yet to let me down. I mean, it was kind of getting the beginning of the second season was a little like iffy, but they just had like a big like recap of what everything that happened and stuff. But then after episode 2, then it just kept going up. So that one is the one I'm sticking with, like full with that.
Nice. Yeah, I guess it's also I did want to get into Demon Slayer though, because it looked cool. But then their eyes just put me off.
Yeah,
Like
just
the
don't
animation of
style.
their eyes, I don't like the style.
Yeah.
It's I think it's a bit too big for my taste.
There's a lot of roundness in that show.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, the main character's eyes are almost perfect circles. They're not even a slight oval.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess that kind of put me off because I don't... Everything else looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Attacks, the way they dress,
Mm-hmm.
everything's great. I just don't... Their faces put me off sometimes.
Yeah.
Now that you bring up anime eyes, there's a meme I gotta show you later. It's
Okay.
so funny.
Okay.
It's great.
Yeah. There's... I've even with, like, old animes, the ones from the 80s and 90s, I was okay with them. But that was the first anime that I ever saw, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I mean, anime in general just goes through different iterations of
Mhm.
like the anime style. Because
Yeah.
before it was a lot of like roundness, puppy, or whatever. Then they eventually got seeing everything really sharp and stuff. And then now they're kind of making like a middle ground. And then with how like the internet's been, now that's now there's just different variations at the same time. So yeah, I think it's just finding your flavor because like anime, it's like a category of media, but it's a really large net. It's like saying I like movies. There's a crap ton of different movies. One movie's not gonna be the same as the other. So same thing with anime. Like some anime, you got slice of life, whatever. Everything's really like fluffy. Then you got other animes that like just want to kick you in the balls with feels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Other animes are just shock factor. Those could be not that, at least from those can kind of be a guilty pleasure depending if the story's good or not. For me, it's like a hit or miss. It has to be hit really good.
I do like the slice of lives because they kind of have this style mainly.
Mm-hmm.
So when I would see Sound Euphonium, Your Lie in April, those kind, it's like I see most of them. They don't all have the same style, but they stick to that, like you said, fluffy part. It's like focusing on flora and fauna and how it relates to the themes of the show. Yeah, and the characters walking through their lives. So it was really nice.
Yeah. I was gonna say, some of them skew more towards realism, while others are just very fantastical and out there. So, sometimes something that just happens to be really good for a lot of people, maybe a majority or just a loud minority, is not necessarily gonna be good for everyone. So that's fine. It's like, some people really like to get excited about stuff. So an anime where like almost every episode there's always something to get excited about, people are just like, I'm addicted to that feeling. They may not experience it, they may not express it that way, but that's why they like to keep going back to examples like My Hero and those shonen animes. And others are like, I just like to see the drama that happens between not a whole cast, but between these two individuals. And then that's where smaller stories come about. So to each their own flavors. Sometimes you like to go spicy, other times you want to just chill out.
Another good example that I just thought of is that there's in Power Rangers RPM, there's this character called Dr. K who she loses her entire world, her entire family, and she gets abducted as a kid because she's super smart. The government makes her believe that the sun... that the sun hurts her, so she grows inside of a think tank.
I'm getting choked up emotional.
No, it's just
it's just so sad.
My mucus will not go past my throat, so I was choking on it for like 2 seconds. So her name is Kay. She doesn't remember her own name because the government's just like, you're Kay now. And she's like, okay.
Okay. Hey, you're Kay.
Okay. And so she's just she grows up to be Dr. K, and there's an episode where it covers her backstory and how she actually created the big bad of the season. And so the end of the episode, it's her fighting off a villain, and the whole episode ends with her in tears because they just showed you all the people she's lost in her life and how she basically caused the end of the world. Some people don't like that episode because there's no action, like there's no Power Ranger action per se. It's a lot of just her backstory. And other people love it because it's very drama heavy. There's there's themes of identity loss, of personal loss, loss of relatives, and world genocide, because that's basically what happens in the show. But other people don't like that episode just because there's lack of Power Ranger stuff, like no and I'm sure there's a Megazord battle, but that's not what it's about. Mainly about this character story. And so I could see that where it's like there's things in some animes where not everybody loves them because it's not their cup of tea. Because
there's even like the opinions like, okay, Cody, question for you. This is gonna tell whether or not I'm gonna like you. How do you feel? What are your thoughts on Death Note?
Delete. I've seen it like 4 times.
It was alright when I first watched it.
Mm-hmm.
He says Nier cheated.
What?
No, I'm just joking. Go on.
I kind of understood why people liked it. I mean, the art style was kind of nice-ish. The music was pretty hype for the intro and stuff, but exactly. But I don't know why. It just didn't really. It's not one of my top animes.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what?
Although I will say, Misa started that whole e-girl trend.
Yeah, I could totally believe that. 100%. People say that Ramona ruined girls. Nah, she actually ruined girls. She made them a little too much, you know.
Like if you look at e-girls nowadays, they're all copying Misa from Death Note.
Yeah, so it's like all right, I guess, you know, the super like going on intense with that look. Some people can rock it. Others, you should have just stuck with what you had. Come on, man. Yeah.
But going back to Death Note, I will say I didn't like I think the show kind of dipped after L died.
That's exactly what I think. I think the show after L died just started sucking.
What's his name? Nier was like a kind of like a
copy of L. That's the one with like the toys and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's the guy with the white hair. I think it's just like an L copy. Like, oh, you guys like L. This guy's gonna be better than him, but he's just like a lesser version of L.
Yeah. I mean, they couldn't supersede him when he was alive. They just needed him to die for him to actually be like a detective, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yes. Yeah. So that, when you were mentioning that, that's what I thought. That's Death Note, you know, pretty popular. I wouldn't say like it's like a lot of people's like top or anything. Of course, I could be wrong. But it is like usually like something that, Death Note. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. But then there's some people that are like diehard, like, Death Note, the whole thing, and there's some people who are like only up until where L died, and others that just didn't like it altogether. So because it's like a fan, like a supernatural detective drama. Yeah, and there's no real power ups aside from like he just writes faster.
Right.
Well, the one power up that's in it, it's the getting the eyes, the Shinigami eyes. That's the one power up. But even again, he never gets it. So.
Yeah, he gets other people to get it.
Yeah,
which I think was probably a smart play considering the time that he died, because then he would have just died.
Yeah. Death Note did pay like a contributing factor to the rise in popularity of anime. We'll say that.
Yeah, I bet that.
The funniest thing I saw in the news is when there was like this school. I forgot if it was like a middle school or something, but it was a school where this kid had a death note, and then the teachers and faculty were like all like mad about it because like apparently you write your name and it's called a death note. Like you can tell they didn't understand what it was.
Yeah.
But like I think they suspended the kid or something like that. But they got in trouble for having a death note.
That is hilarious.
Like they took it so serious. Like this form of witchcraft of Satanism is like, oh my god, what?
Well, even then, I mean, as a kid, you don't just take something to school called the Death Note unless you're just going to show it to your buddies, but you're not going to pull it out in class.
Dude,
why not? It's just a notebook.
That's all it is. Just a notebook with the thing with the Death Note logo in front of it. That's all it is.
That's the thing, though. I mean, if I were that kid that had a Death Note, for one, I would just pull it out and show it to my buddies. I wouldn't pull it out in class. If I had a Death Note, I would use it. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't really use it. I would keep it for the novelty of it. That's cool, I guess.
Maybe this kid was like, hey, this is an anime I like. It's also a notebook. I could just use it in class. That's why people get puppy notebooks, too, because they like puppies. Are you going to say you can't get puppy notebooks unless you show it to your friends? Exactly.
I guess. I mean, I guess for me, if I had an actual Death Note, the one that has the rules and all that, not the one from the anime, but you know how they make the replicas for sale? I wouldn't write on it. I'd be like, this is really nice. It'd be cool. Like, I'm sure I would write, like, a few names in there just for fun, like, from the anime. It's like, oh, I wrote your name in there just for, like, funsies. But I wouldn't really use it as a notebook because I feel like that defeats the purpose.
I would.
Because every notebook that I've had can last me multiple classes. The only reason I never used a notebook for multiple classes is because some of my classes in junior and senior were like, you better not be using this notebook for other classes. If I find out, you're taking points off. Like, it was always, you have to have a binder for this class exclusively, a notebook for this class exclusively, or a portfolio, a folder, where you keep all your archived work. And I'm going to check it every month, every 6 weeks, and you're going to get a grade on it. If I find other stuff from other class or it's disorganized, I had a teacher like that. It has to be organized by date, by category, and if it's wrong, you get points taken off. I hated that system because I could get good grades, but I would not take care of my past homework. I'm like, why do I need this? Throw it away. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, dude. I cannot make a notebook last for more than one class because I would always like run out of the notebook and have to get another notebook for that same class.
Dude, would you just doodle?
No. It was all notes, dude.
I don't think you're good at taking notes then.
That's a lot of notes.
Yeah, because, I mean, notes are not
Teacher,
everything.
write all of this shit down. Not just keep all of this shit down.
Yeah, then you had terrible teachers then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me,
Yeah.
because some of my teachers, they taught us how to write notes. Don't write everything I say, just what you feel should be important.
They would
so,
they would
because
tell
of
us
that,
what to write.
because I had some teachers like that too, but even then, by the end of the semester, this much of the notebook would be used. When I had when I had those like 3 divided ones, and
I
only
never
a
had
portion
the
of
3.
it.
You think I was rich enough to afford a 3 divider once? No, I just had like this single like 70-page notebook, and even then, all that would run out.
How hard? They're not even that expensive. They're just notebooks. They're like what, $2-3 each.
Compared
And
to all
even
the
then,
other supplies
even
I
at
could get.
Walmart, it's like some stores they even do this back to school sales where everything's just suddenly super cheap.
Nah, dude, my family was like, hey, don't get the 3 subjects, just get these ones right here.
I don't know, man. That actually, the only reason I started using single subject ones is because I started having classes where they were like, yeah, you're not using this for other
I
classes.
always use single subject ones.
Yeah,
Always. And I would always have to replace them. Because
Dang,
of all
that
the amount of
sucks.
notes that I had to write.
that sucks.
And I never learned shit out of all those notes. I was like, hey, I lucked on another test. Nice. Hey, I got all A's again. That's great. All this paper, where am I going to put it now? I'm just going to throw it on the trash anyways.
Well, unlike yourself, I hope that you guys learned something today, because I certainly didn't. Did you?
These chips are stale.
Oh,
I'm sad.
dang. Did you learn
That's why I
anything,
never
Freddy?
offered anything to you guys, because I didn't want you guys to eat stale chips.
Oh.
He's not the hero that we wanted, but he's the one that we needed at this time.
Oh.
I
Anyways,
see.
thank you so much for checking out this episode of the CodeO-cast. Make sure to go.
Make sure to watch our other stuff. Click over here for our videos and over here for our subscriptions. Watch our Spotify's.
We are now on audio version. Whenever you want to be on the go and check us out without having to watch our shenanigans and just hear them, go hop on Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts.
Follow, just like and subscribe.
Subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell.
On Spotify, click the little heart icon to show that you love us because we love you.
Love all of our episodes, please.
Leave a comment down below about what you thought of the episode today.
Hey, Omar, it's like if you touch his hand, you get the thing too.
Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
You touch his hand, he transfers his power to you.
Somebody help.